Cary. I don't think about nobody in Cary. Never stayed here either. Well, I don't know why a dude said that, but not that kind of party. Tonight's the night. What? Stick to my hand, bruh. It was a deep voice too. Tonight's tonight. You want to be in that movie? Do you want to be in that movie here? The fuck was that all about, bro? Don't ever do that again the rest of your life. Tonight's the night. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight in my room. I don't even know what you just said. That was a lot of nothing. Hey! That's all I got out of that. Like he was eating corn on the cob. Hey! What the hell does that even mean? Welcome to North Carolina. Man, fuck man. What the fuck? That was so weird. I'm not talking to this area no more. There's a lot of shit going on in this table. Tonight's the night. Welcome to North Carolina. Hell no, man. Ain't no Diddy party. Take that. Not 44. She asked for $44,000 a month in alimony. She asked for it. I mean, she got it. She asked for it. Even when, none of your business. Look it up. She got a lot. She good, trust. It was weird. Like my lawyer called me and she was like, Gary, she's trying to get $44,000 a month. And I said, oh my God, ain't no pussy worth that much. And if your pussy is worth that much, stay away from me. You're too good for me. I don't deserve you. Like, I would never did that. Like, if it was reversed and she made way more money than me, I wouldn't be like, oh, $44,000 a month. No, I know what my dick's worth at this stage of my life, about $1,500 some change a month. Probably could have got a little more, but there's some depreciation from all the rolling. Can't get the tread back on the tires, baby. I'm gonna get 2,100 out there, motherfucker, on the road, that bitch. Yeah, she didn't get it, that's the ass for. I couldn't believe it, dude. That was a fucking lot of fucking money. What the fucking talking about right now? I mean, ain't no child support. She just wanted $44,000. Tax-free, too. You know, alimony's tax-free. You gotta pay tax on that shit. So that really is like $85,000. Motherfucker, man. For what? For what? Stop fucking. No, I ain't got to be black. I don't want to think like that. Maybe a little bit. But not a lot. Nah, I don't know. What's that? Somebody trying to fuck. There we go. Now we're getting back to the regular shit. Not these fucking dudes over here. Tonight. There we go. See, there we go. We love you, Gary. And I'm fixed, so good luck trying to set my ass up. Fucking blanks right now, bro. Snip. Yeah. You guys got any questions? You can be just yelling shit out anyway at this point. What's that?
Where are you going next?
Well, I'm here again tomorrow. Get your brother. Brought your whole goddamn family and try to sit apart. Tonight. Text him. Ask where he's going next. But don't sound so deep. Where you going next? Motherfucker brought the whole family out. Text him. No, I don't know. Where am I? Where the fuck am I next week? Wichita? I'm in Wichita next week. Wichita, Kansas on Friday and the Evansville Den on Saturday. Yeah, we're doing a couple theaters out there. That's cool. Barry Sanders. Is that right? No, that's all right. Okay. It's fucking 8 hours away, bro. No, it's close. Earth. Oh, you're gonna be on Earth next week? Me too, but we're in the same place. Yeah, looks like we're in the same area. Next week we're both on Earth. Land though? You're on land? Yeah, me too. I'll be on land. Won't be on the water. So that eliminates 70% of the Earth. So I'll find you under 30%. What's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes. Just search Gary Owen, hashtag Get Some, search United We Cast. Or you can watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. I tried to get Gary Owen when I got my YouTube page, but somebody had it, and the dude is not coming up off of it. It's kind of like when I got all my social media names, like my Instagram and my Twitter and my Snapchat. They're all Gary Owen comedy because Gary Owen was taken. And it not piss you off, but you're like, dude, when I first got on social media, whoever the Gary Owen was that got my name just wouldn't give it up. And then he doesn't even use it. I'm like, why wouldn't you give it to me if you ain't gonna use it? All right. So here's my schedule. I want to get right into my schedule because I got a busy schedule, especially in June. I'm in the Bay Area, Pleasanton, California, at a place called Tommy T's, June 7th through the 10th. And then I'm in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Improv, June 15th to the 17th. Then hold on, back to the big cities. I'm in Killeen, Texas, June 21st at the Killeen Arts Activity Center. Slow down, Gary. I know that's what you're saying. Slow down, Killeen. And then I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, June 24th and 25th at the Comedy Lounge. Yeah, big shit. Big shit, baby. Killeen and Little Rock to close June out. I don't think you know who you're messing with. Then I'm actually taking the last week of June off. I'm just taking the weekend off. I just said I'll take one weekend this summer and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the fam. But I need it one weekend off. We'll probably just drive to Gatlinburg. Last thing I want to do is get on a freaking plane after I fly every week. So I already told my wife and stuff. I said, let's just go to Gatlinburg, get one of them big ass cabins in the woods. And then, as my dad would say, I step on the back porch and it looks like I'm looking at the face of God. And my dad retires this week. 32 years he's been driving a FedEx truck. Not my stepdad. That dude ain't seen a job in 42 years. But my real dad, it took him like up to his late 20s to get his shit together. But then when he got it together, he got it together. He's been a FedEx driver. 32 years he's been driving. He got hired in 1986. And I guess how they do it at FedEx Swim is I guess your last day you just clock in and they all give you a round of applause and that's it. You get that last day free. That's big, FedEx. Way to give him that last day. Full pay. Slow down. But I guess the way my dad put it is, since this is his last week, I guess he goes to all his stops. He's got a lot of regular stops, and I'm sure they're all going to give him like retirement gifts and going away gifts because he's got a lot of businesses he's delivered to for 30 years, and they see him coming. So I mean that is a big deal in the realm of things. I'm actually what he's going to do now. I know he's going to smoke a lot of weed. That's one thing I know about my dad. He's going to smoke a lot of weed. He might turn into the dude from The Big Lebowski. That's how I see my dad. What's up, Gary? Just hanging out, not doing nothing. So I'm taking him out to dinner tonight for like
a little retirement gift. And I asked him, where you want to go? He said, you tell me. I said, nah, man, your retirement. You pick the place. You pick the time. So he said 6:30 at this place called Aguave and Rye. I guess it's a Mexican restaurant in Covington. But I went to the website. The tacos do look kind of bomb. So I'm actually excited about that. And it's nice to know my dad's not trying to take advantage. If I was retired in my son, I'd be like, give me a steakhouse. And then I'm getting a Wagyu 40-ouncer. It's going to be a $500 steak. But now here's the thing. You always think about what can you do for your dad if he's retired after 32 years. Initially, I thought we'll go to Reds game. I'll get a suite and I'll do like happy retirement. But this is and I've gotten the suite before. I'll get a suite later on in the year when my sisters are in town and we can all go. Every year I get one game. I pick a Reds game and I get a suite. This is what I don't like about baseball, and they should work on this. If your team sucks, and right now the Reds suck. I mean, they're in last place. They've been playing better, but they're not that great. They should dictate the suite prices according to how good the team is or to who's in town. Because if the Reds are playing the Kansas City Royals and they both suck, that suite should not be the same price as the Reds playing the Yankees. That's just my opinion. There should be like a set price. And especially late in the season when the team's already mailed it in and they're sitting down the vets and they're letting rookies play, the suite should be cheaper, but that's neither here nor there. But I didn't get the suite, so we're just going to go out to eat and probably hit the casino afterwards for a couple hours. But that's a little gripe I got with baseball. If your team sucks and you got people trying to buy the suite or regular tickets, I mean, because you go to a Reds game, opening day's sold out, and then it drops off a lot. It's all about who else is in town. It's not about the Reds when they're not winning. So if the Yankees come or the Cubs come, the Cubs in baseball is like the Steelers in football. I've never seen fans travel like Steeler fans travel. They go everywhere. It got to the point where in Cincinnati, they put in the paper, please don't sell your tickets to Steeler fans because you go to the game and there'd be more terrible talents in the stands than Bengal fans. And that's when the Bengals sucked. It hasn't been like that as bad when the Bengals been decent. But when they sucked, they would say that. And it's like that way down here with the Cubs. When the Cubs come to Cincy, when the Reds suck, and no matter if the Cubs are good or not, there's just as many Cub fans in the stands as Reds fans. And I always wondered why. And I guess was when cable got introduced in the early 80s, mid 80s, WGN was a major station. And they were airing Cubs game all the time. Even Reds games wouldn't get aired every game, but the Cubs were on all the time. So you got these kids that came up and they were watching the Cubs more than the Reds. So now those kids now are adults with their own kids and they become Cub fans. So it's crazy how in this area, the Cubs, man, that I say it's Reds than Cubs. And Yankee fans are everywhere. The Yankees are like the hip hop of baseball. Like because Jay-Z wears the Yankee hat and the uniforms are sweet and it's a big market and they can spend money. But Yankees they always do well and they're always going to have star players on their team. And honestly, I think this is the most I've talked baseball on my podcast in the 7 months I've been doing it. Another thing I want to talk about is I'm watching basketball and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. The Warriors and Rockets. But I was watching the Warriors-Rockets game 4, which the Rockets won and nobody saw that coming. But Anthony Joshua was in the front row. He was courtside. And if you don't know who Anthony Joshua is, he's the heavyweight champ right now. Now, everybody wants Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder. That's really the fight everybody wants to see. That's the one I want to see also. But you got this white dude out of England, Tyson Fury, coming back right now. And when I say he's everything good for boxing, as far as promotion, he's the bad guy. He's the white guy that talks shit, which you don't see that much anymore. I mean, boxers nowadays, they don't talk as much as they used to. Mike Tyson was talking shit. Floyd Mayweather was talking shit, but he's a lighter weight. When you just talk about the heavyweights, it's been down for a while because the Klitschko brothers were very polite. Lennox Lewis was very polite. Evander Holyfield was very polite. Now you got this new influx of heavyweights coming in, and they're big heavyweights. They're not like 205 pounds or 250. Deontay Wilder's about 215, 220, but his legs are really skinny, where a lot of heavyweights got these big tree trunks. And so Deontay's weight is really up top and his arms and chest, but he's just solid. It's 215, but there's no body fat. Then you got Anthony Joshua's just big. But Anthony Joshua's polite. And he's a nice guy. He doesn't talk a lot of smack. And when he does, it doesn't sound right coming out of his mouth. It sounds like he's trying to sell tickets. Now, Deontay talks a little shit, but it's fun. It's like, you don't take him serious because he always talks about, I'm fighting for my daughter who's got some kind of disease. I'm not sure what it is. And he's just a country boy from Alabama. And he's a good guy. And you can tell when somebody's got a good vibe about him. And you can tell he does. He's just a nice guy. And he talks smack, but he doesn't make it personal. Now you got this guy coming back. And if you don't know who Tyson Fury is, please look him up. Look up some of his press conferences because he's must-see TV. He's from England. He calls himself the Gypsy King. He says he's from a lineages of gypsies and kings. And he talks more shit and he means it. And he backs it up. Never been knocked down. Never been knocked out. He's undefeated. He beat Vladimir Klitschko pretty handily when he fought him. And everybody thought, oh, Vladimir Klitschko's over the hill. That's why he lost to Tyson Fury. But then Vladimir, 2 years later, fights Anthony Joshua and lost. But he knocked Anthony Joshua down hard. Anthony Joshua got up. Now he hit Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury never went down. And Tyson Fury, he's not built like a traditional boxer. He's not all ripped up and cut. He actually got a little belly on him. But the man can fight. And the thing about it, he really believes he's the baddest man on the planet. It's one thing to say it, but I heard a lot of people talking shit before Mike Tyson fights when I was growing up. And then when they got in the ring with Tyson, you could see it in their face. I will never forget Carl the Truth Williams' face when he got in the ring with Tyson. He talked all that smack, and I remember it was an HBO fight, and they showed this last shot of Carl the Truth Williams doing a little promo. You know, his little backstory, wherever he's from. He looked in the camera, and the last thing he said was, "It's my time. It's my time." Then they came into the ring, and I saw the fear in his body. And this is Tyson late 80s. This ain't after he got out of prison. That was a different Mike Tyson. That one, before the Buster Douglas fight, that dude, Carl the Truth Williams, literally, I think he pissed himself. Because when you watch those HBO and Showtime and pay-per-view, the little pre-fights, I'm talking about the shit right before the fight. You really believe that guy can beat the other guy. Every time I'd watch somebody backstory with Floyd Mayweather, I was like, oh, they got a shot. And then about the third round, I go, I shouldn't have watched that shit. That was a waste. I remember arguing with people on the internet when Tyson fought Lennox Lewis. And I was like, dude, Tyson doesn't stand a chance. I don't know if you've been watching, but he ain't the same dude. I mean, Tyson always had a chance because he had a punch. It would always be one punch. But I was like, when Tyson, in the end, when he fought guys that wasn't scared of him, it was gone. He just didn't have it anymore. So yeah, if this Tyson Fury guy, he's coming back, he's fighting in June, and he's fighting some nobody that's probably going to destroy. He's very honest though. I love hearing him get interviewed because he's so brutally honest. He goes, yeah, I need some tune-up fights, but it's coming, man. The Gypsy King is coming. And there's this other fighter named Tony Bellew out of England, who's just a nice guy. He's a heavyweight, but he really would have been a cruiserweight back. He really should be a cruiserweight because he's a very small heavyweight. But Tyson Fury goes, no, I don't want to fight Tony. I don't. He goes, because Tony's a good man. He's a father. He's a husband. And I want him to go home to his wife and kids. If he gets in the ring with me, I don't want that on my conscience. And he's dead serious. He goes, I don't want to hurt Tony. I don't want to hurt this wife, and I don't want his kids to grow up fatherless. He's talking about killing a dude, but he's dead serious. He's like, look at me. He goes, I'm 6'7", I'm 260. He goes, I have a granite chin. Tony can't hurt me. If he hits me, it's going to be like a gnat. He goes, Klitschko couldn't hurt me. There's no way Tony Bellew can hurt me. And he goes, and I connect one time with Tony. He's hurt, serious. He's going to be seriously hurt. So no, I do not want to fight Tony Bellew. Like, it's like, this is great. I can't stop watching his interviews. They're so entertaining and he's so engaging. Here's the thing about boxing. You got to be cocky, man. There's no way you can go in the ring scared. So I love hearing boxers talk especially when they talk the sport of boxing, because they're going to say, yeah, I'm going to win, but you have to feel that way. You can't go into a fight scared. But I love hearing this Tyson Fury guy talk, man. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, since we're talking about Tyson Fury, look how smooth my segues are in my podcast. I don't think any other podcast has smooth segues. So you might say Tyson Fury is an evil genius. Speaking of evil genius, I'm watching this 4-part miniseries on Netflix right now, and I'm completely intrigued by it. I don't know if you guys remember the bank robbery in Erie, Pennsylvania in 2003, when this guy had a bomb tied around a bomb collar device attached to his neck. And the cops pulled him over after he robbed the bank, and he only had like $8,000 he got out of the bank. And they surround him, and he said he had a bomb, and they realized he does have a bomb. And they sat him down in the middle of the highway, and they surround him, and he kept saying, I need somebody to get this bomb off of me. This thing's ticking. And then the bomb went off, and the guy, he died. And it's a story about this woman who was the mastermind behind it all. And, you know, automatically when you think bombing banks, bombing automatically you think Muslims or you think ISIS. And this is 2003, so I don't know if you really thought it then, but I'm only through the first 2 episodes. I'm watching the next 2 episodes tomorrow because I wait till I get on planes to watch Netflix shows because it makes the flights go faster. So I really want to come home and watch the last 2, but I'm going to save it because I'm flying into Wichita, Kansas, and that's probably going to be a boring flight. So I want the couple-hour flight there to be entertaining. But if you guys get a chance, watch Evil Genius, because when I come back next week, I'm going to be talking about all 4 episodes in depth because I can't wait to watch these next 2 episodes. But they basically let the cat out the bag. It's this lady who was the mastermind behind him dying, and she was like a Black Widow. Like she had a history of killing ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands, and it just all came to light when they was able to connect this bank robbery bomb collar device to her, and come to find out she's got all these deaths in her past. And I don't know where the story's going because I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, but the guy was a pizza delivery man, and he got the phone call to deliver a pizza to an abandoned radio tower. And that's where they're saying they got the bomb around his neck and the collar device. I'm anxious to see how they did it, how she did it to get this guy. But he also he lived in a small house behind this lady's house. He was renting basically a room, but it was a standalone building behind this lady's house. And they said when they went in there, it was a very, very meager living. He didn't have a lot, but he had like a notebook of all the hookers in the area with their phone numbers and names. So that tells you he was getting some, but you know where the pizza delivery tips were going. But he was 46 years old, single. I mean, just like, okay, lonely dude, Erie, Pennsylvania. All right. I don't think he's a sick guy. He's just lonely, man. And then what's crazy was they went into the lady's house that I don't know her name, but I'll know it next week when I come back, when I watch all 4 episodes. But she lived like a hoarder. They said, and they got pictures and videos on this documentary of how she was living. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And there's so much shit. And it was hoarders before hoarder. She was like the first hoarder. Look for that show, guys, on Netflix. It's called Evil Genius. And I'm going to talk about it next week in depth about that. And then the bad news is this past week, we had another school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas. Kid comes in, and and I knew this was going to happen eventually. I knew it. The kid, he was socially awkward, which most of these school shooters are, and he got rejected by girls all the time. I guess that was the thing. So he probably never hadn't been laid yet. It's crazy when you get to a certain age and you haven't been laid. It's funny how that kind of puts everything in perspective. Not the first time you get laid, the second time. Because I don't care who anybody is. The first time you get laid, it's weird. And I can't speak for a female. I'm going from the male's perspective. Man, first time I had sex, the girl literally said, I guess she saw my face and started to move in a weird contorted manner. And she goes, you coming? I was like, uh-huh. She goes, already? I went, what the fuck, bitch? Yeah, I guess the school shooting The kid was just awkward. Hadn't been laid. And if you look at his mugshot, he looks like an awkward kid. Probably rejected by girls. And, and this is why I said you saw this coming. He said he looked at the other school shootings to see how he could do it most effectively. He looked and studied the other school shootings that we've had and over the last 5-6 years. And that's the sad part. They air so much. And I watch it. I'm not going to be like they shouldn't do that because I watch it. And it's like a double-edged sword. You have to show the public the school shootings and how it happened so we can prevent it from happening. But you're also showing crazy people how it can be done. So there's really no right or wrong with that. It's like, listen, my wife's told me this numerous times. You cannot control crazy. And that is what it comes down to a lot of times. We try to dissect and get in people's brain and figure out why they did this. And is it a gun control problem? If it isn't. And the bottom line is you can't control crazy. There's crazy people out there and they're going to do crazy shit. And hopefully we can take enough preventive measures and we stop more crazy shit than we know. Cause I know there's shit going on that we don't hear about in the FBI and the CIA. And you hear about them stopping a guy at a stoplight. He was on his way to go bomb something or stop. And there's so much shit we don't know, but that's the thing. Crazy people are just crazy and it's going to happen. But I always tell my kids too, I go, and I've talked to schools about this, I always say, don't assume that kid that's acting out in school or seems disengaged and quiet and standoffish. Don't always disregard that kid and think he's a bad kid or he's not interested. A lot of times we don't know what's going on at home with these kids, man. And school is their outlet. And think about it. If you have a terrible home life, like I grew up, I hated coming home to the trailer park. I love going to school. I didn't necessarily like the school work, but I love going to school because that's where my friends were and kids were laughing at me. And a lot of times I had them laughing at me, not with me. I made myself the butt of my own jokes just because it was an outlet for me and I could get people's attention and it was good attention. But I think a lot of these kids, can you imagine when you go home and either you're being abused or not being noticed and then you come to school and it's still going on? Like other kids are making fun of you. Other kids aren't noticing you. And all of a sudden you explode. And where's that anger and that frustration directed? It's either you see a high rate of teen suicide, or you see these school shootings, or you see those are the kids lashing out and getting in fist fights. And I always tell my kids, man, just be nice to everybody. Like my daughter's been asked out. First of all, I don't want her going out with anybody. But if you don't want to go out with the guy, if there's a guy showing you attention, still be polite to him. And I like to think I have polite kids because I've had other parents tell me like they're nice kids, and that's what you want. It'd be awesome to have a straight A student and a star athlete. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But you don't want a star athlete. He's an asshole or he's cocky and nobody wants to be his friend, or they don't want to be his friend because he's a good athlete, because that's a very short lifespan. You want to be a nice person. You want people to come around you, or when you walk in a room, you see their faces light up like, oh shit, he's here. That's a great feeling. I will say I've had that feeling most of my life. Like I walk into a room and I see people smile or, oh shit, here he is. Like they're happy I'm in the room. That's a good feeling, man. Just to be like, oh, okay, I'm wanted. And it's funny, not funny. That's a terrible analogy, but when I saw a picture of that kid that did the school shooting in Santa Fe, and more facts are going to come out as time goes on. But, initially it was, probably hasn't been laid. And there's been girls that said he kept asking her out and she said no. And another girl said the same thing. And, I remember I was a virgin all through high school, and I never had the nerve to ask girls out. I was so afraid of rejection. And then I asked one girl out one time to a homecoming dance or prom. And when I tell you I was sweating all day in school, back sweat, forehead sweat. And then I finally got her by her locker and I said, hey, You going to homecoming? And she was like, I haven't decided yet. And I said, you think you want to, you think you want to go with me? I'll never forget it. She literally finishes putting her books in her locker, takes the books out for the next class she's going to, shuts her locker and looks at me and goes, maybe. What the fuck is that? Is that a yes or no? She did it so polite though. She just went, maybe. But here's the thing. The motherfucker never got back to me. Like, she never said yes or no. She just left it at a maybe. And then also, I remember, this is a funny story. When I was in 7th grade, I had the biggest crush on this girl in 8th grade. And I saved up my lunch. Keep in mind, I'm on reduced lunch, right? I saved up my reduced lunch money for 2 weeks, which probably meant 70 cents a day. I think I got $1. Yeah, I remember. My mom would leave me $1 a day. So that's all I needed for lunch was $1. So I saved the $5 from that week. Then I saved the $5 for the next week. So I had $10 saved up. And then I was able to scrounge up change around the trailer. Like I'd go in between the couch cushions, or I go in my mom and stepdad's room and they went around and they'd always have like change on the dresser. And if they had like a bunch of quarters, a bunch of nickels, a bunch of pennies, I'd take like one of each so they wouldn't notice. But I will never forget, I had $15 saved up. And I asked this girl out in 8th grade, and I asked my buddy Mike, can I stay all night with him? Because if she said yes, then I'd already be in my small town. I'd have to take the bus home to the trailer park. And I passed her a note. And again, she said maybe. I said, God damn it. And these fucking maybes. That was before the homecoming. That was high school. This was in 7th grade. Then here's the thing. No, I asked her out the 1 week and she said maybe. So that's when I started saving my money up for the 2 weeks because I gave her a date. Like, let's say I asked her out like February 1st. It was February 15th was the date we was going to go out. So I saved up my money because I knew I could go take her to a movie and I knew we could grab something to eat. Nothing crazy, but we could get Wendy's back then. We're talking 30 years ago for $15. So here comes Friday. I already got it worked out where I could stay all night with my buddy Mike because he lived by the movie theater and I could walk there after school. My mom said I could stay all night with Mike. Did she come get me Saturday, or Mike's mom would take me home Saturday? I had it all worked out if she said yes. She passes me a note Friday morning and said, well, I do have a busy weekend. Saturday, I have to go with my mom to this place. And Sunday, I have to do this with my sister. So Friday, I think I'm just going to rest. You motherfucker. You know how you like a girl so much, you didn't want to take the no? I just went, oh, that is a busy weekend. So it was a nice way to say no, but it was just like, oh my God. Went uptown with $15, got me a bacon double from Wendy's, 2 of them, and ate my sorrows away. Crushed that bacon double Wendy's. I think I washed it down with a chili and a Frosty in the wintertime. Thug life, baby. Just walking around, cold ass snow in Ohio with a Frosty. But so then she gets to high school. I still got a crush on her. I mean, for some reason, I just like this girl. So this is 7th grade, so she's in 8th. So now I'm in 8th, she's in 9th. Now she's at the high school. And I'm still tracking her from afar, like, okay, I wonder if she's rested yet. I wonder if she's not tired anymore. So now it's the summer after my 8th grade year. Now I'm headed to 9th. So it's like a year and a half after I asked her out. Now keep in mind, I'm not obsessed with her, but I just thought she was the prettiest girl at our school, and she never was attached to a guy. Like, you know, the boyfriends and girlfriends come and go in junior high school. She was never attached to a dude. So then the summer going into my 9th grade year, which was the summer going into her 10th grade year, I was like, oh, I got a shot. She got pregnant. When I tell you, crushed. Because I was thinking, somebody hit it raw. And I kept thinking, what did he have that I didn't? I don't even think he went out with her. He just knocked her up. That hurt my soul a little bit. I thought now I'm going to get to high school and in my brain, I was like, I'm going to mature. I'm going to become muscular. I'm going to get tall. Puberty's going to hit. Then she'll see what I'm offering. And she got pregnant. Like, she went to like the vocational school. Never saw her again. That more than anything is my biggest fear of having a daughter is a high school pregnancy. That's the biggest, man. It can't get much worse than to think your daughter and you raise her right and everything else, and she gets pregnant in high school. Oh, because my daughter now just finished 10th. She's going in the 11th. So she's already passed the girl that I had a crush on. she made it. As far as that goes. But my daughter is funny. Like sometimes I don't see her because she's a teenager and she doesn't give me much right now. Like as far as like information. Yeah, everything's good. It's fine. But this is the great thing about like Snapchat and these Instagram stories. Cause we track our kids. We got all their passwords. We got everything. So everything she does, I see on social media. Her Snapchat last week was so freaking funny. She went on a field trip to Detroit with her school. She goes to a Christian high school and they're staying at some church. And my daughter left a post and I reposted it on my Instagram because it was so freaking funny. And I asked my daughter, she made the post and I sent her, I texted her, I said, you mind if I repost that? I'll blur your Snapchat name out so nobody will know. I wouldn't post her name anyways. There's some weirdos out there. And her face isn't on it. But her Snapchat said, she's asleep at this church with all these kids that went up to this church to volunteer in Detroit. She said, this girl is snoring so MF loud. At this point, I'm not even annoyed. I'm concerned for her health. Oh my God. This girl's snoring so MF loud. At this point, I'm not even annoyed. I'm concerned for her health. It's like, oh my God. That's what our DNA's real. Cause that right there. And then here's the thing. So I posted, I don't say my daughter's name. I don't say her Snapchat name, nothing social media. We don't even mention who the other girl is. She doesn't take a picture of the girl. So you don't know who she's talking about. She's up there with 100 kids. So you don't know what girl she's talking about, right? This lady gets on my Instagram page and she since deleted the comment. She said, great parenting. Way to encourage your daughter to put somebody else down. And then she goes, and I don't care, but you're looking at, it could be a lawsuit, Mr. Owen, because if that girl sees that Instagram post and her celebrity father reposts it, you could have a lawsuit on your hands or something of that nature. And I was like, really? So I sent her a message on my page back, a public message, just replying to her. I said, well, first of all, I asked my daughter permission to make the post. I didn't post her social media on there. And she knows the girl. They're friends that they kid around like that. Because my daughter eventually told me who it was. So I know the girl she was talking about. She was laughing about it. I was like, but way to take a simple Instagram post and turn it into a lawsuit. I'm like, really? Then people start going in on her. They start just going in. And then she since deleted it. She deleted her comment. Because I think she just realized how stupid she sounded. Because then she tried to defend herself. Like, no, I didn't say that. I was saying other people would say that. They go, you were the only one that brought it up. Speaking of stupid, look at my sweet segues. Speaking of stupid, last week Kendrick Lamar's in concert, brings a white girl on stage to sing one of his songs, and she proceeds to say the N-word 3-4 times in a row because it's in the song. Then Kendrick goes, whoa. He stopped it. And he goes, you can't say that. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm not cool enough to say it? I'm not cool enough? No. You just can't say that word. You have to sing the song without it. And then he gives her another chance to sing it, and she almost says it again. But she looked like she was a teenager, just didn't realize what she was doing. But it should have been a Snickers commercial. Because you could just tell she was like, when you got thousands of people like, what'd she just say? Again? And she said it. I think by the third time the crowd knew, she doesn't know any better. Because that's the thing. When you bring up something like the N-word and somebody says it and you don't agree with it, you know it's coming. If somebody's naive and they just don't know any better, or somebody said it so much and nobody's checked them on it that they feel like it's okay. And then when it's coming from an evil place and they really mean the true meaning of the word. And I think Kendrick even knew that. He goes, she just don't know any better. Because he didn't get mad and go off. And it looked like most of the crowd was white from what I saw on YouTube. So they were probably like, why is Kendrick mad? Because I've been to rap concerts. They don't edit the songs in concert when you sing it. Them white kids be singing them lyrics, N-word and all. I've never done. I always look around when I'm amazed when I go to rap crowds. I look around like, oh my God. Whoa, that went left. As I'm recording this podcast, what's going on right now in the NBA playoffs is it's 2-2. Golden State and Houston's 2, Cleveland and Boston's 2. I think we get caught up in the game before, thinking that's how the next game's going to be, which we find out real quick that's not. But I'll give Houston a lot of credit, man. Them boys, I thought they went down 12-0 in game 4 and come all the way back, and it was with defense. I've never seen Golden State D'd up like that. That's the best D I've ever seen against Golden State. And what I was watching Colin Cowherd, and he said the thing about this Golden State and Houston all year, nobody's won back-to-back games. Nobody's beaten the other team 2 times in a row all year, regular season or playoffs. So I don't know if I'm Cleveland, and I still think Cleveland's going to come out the East. I think Boston give him a good run, but I just think LeBron is going to be LeBron. I think LeBron is not going to lose the Celtics in Game 7. He just won't allow it. But I think some other people think this way too. I think LeBron in his heart knows we don't stand a real good chance against Golden State. Cleveland just doesn't. And he goes, because what's going to happen is either Kevin Durant's going to get off or LeBron's going to have to guard Durant, and that's going to wear LeBron out. And you need LeBron in the fourth quarter to take over the game. Where Houston, they match up. Cleveland matches up decent against Houston. Really, LeBron's not going to he's not going to get tired D'ing anybody up on Houston like he will playing D against Golden State. And Tristan Thompson can't match up with Durant at all. And then he's too slow to go out and guard any of their guards. So it's like, but Houston, I think LeBron is watching Houston and Golden State, and it's like, oh shit, I think I really got a shot to win another title. If Houston keeps winning, I bet you LeBron got a second win. I bet you he called a masseuse. He called a nutritionist, a yoga instructor. He said, I got to be loose for this next game in Boston. He said, I got a shot here. For me, what I'd like to see is Houston versus Cleveland, and then Cleveland win it all. What I think's going to happen is Golden State versus Cleveland, and Golden State's going to win it all. But what I'd like to see is Houston and Cleveland, and then it gets interesting. Man, if Cleveland wins the title, I don't think LeBron can leave. I don't think he can. What are you going to do? Leave? You won 2. Then you got, if somehow the stars align and Cleveland beats, if it's Cleveland and Golden State again and Cleveland beats Golden State, then it's the first time since, I think, Celtics and Lakers, you had a rivalry like that. We should just look at the past 4 years and be like, damn, enjoy that shit. Now, if Cleveland beats Houston in the finals, then Houston, I think, is one of those Houston teams when it was the Lakers and Celtics, and then that one team in 86, that Houston team with Sampson and Olajuwon. Remember they beat the Lakers in 86 and nobody saw it coming? And then they took the Celtics to 6 games. And it was just like, for Boston, that's how I look at it. I think Boston and the Laker rivalry, I think deep down, Bird was always like, God, they got a little better team than us. But Bird was just able to uplift everybody's play. And he had a lot of more superstars than LeBron did. I think that year in 86, when Bird saw we're playing Houston, they were like, oh, shit. Or I think that probably could be what LeBron's saying, like, oh, shit, I got a year off from Golden State? I got this shit. That would be the finals I want. Now, the Celtics could beat the Cavs. They could. I just think they're still a year away, maybe 2 years away from winning a title. And they haven't really messed with their star players yet. But it would be interesting. By the time this airs, we'll know who's in the finals. And then I'll be talking about the NBA finals next week. So, all right, y'all. Well, that's another episode of Gary Owen Get Some podcast. Next week, make sure you watch Evil Genius, because I'm going to be talking about it on next week's podcast. So watch it. All 4 episodes on Netflix. Hey, y'all. y'all. You listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag Get Some. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes. Just search Gary Owen, hashtag Get Some. Or go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Gary Owen Com. We're recording this from Timeless Recording Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you want to follow them, it's at Timeless R Studio. Got a special guest this week, Baytown, Oakland. I don't want to say the entire Bay because people get that confused with San Francisco. And if you're from the Bay Area, I've never seen two cities completely different, separated by a bridge. San Francisco and Oakland might as well be Milwaukee and Miami because they have nothing in common. But he's going into his second year in the NFL with, everybody knows my favorite team is the Bengals. I'm diehard. If they ever go to the Super Bowl and win it, I will be arrested. There will be naked pics of me somewhere on the internet.
Here you go.
But my man Joe Mixon's here from University of Oklahoma. And then I looked you up and found out you're from the Bay Area and you went to Freedom High School.
Yeah.
And I told you we getting ready to move. And my kids are going to go to Heritage High School, which you have informed me is the rival.
Yep, crosstown rivals. Yes, sir.
So, growing up in the Bay, did you root for the Raiders or the Niners?
I always rooted for the Niners growing up. And then probably when I got to about high school, that's when I jumped on both bandwagons.
But were the Raiders any good? Well, they started to get good when you was in high school, right?
No.
They still were bad.
They were terrible.
They still
yeah, they were
not
terrible.
Jamarcus Russell bad.
No, they weren't that bad yet.
But the Niners, so when you was coming up, the Niners, that was let me see, Kaepernick, they went to a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Alex Smith right before.
Alex Smith was tough.
Yeah, for sure he was.
I heard a story about Alex Smith, and now he's from San Diego, and he went to a high school called Helix with Reggie Bush.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a story where USC came to recruit Alex, but they saw Reggie balling.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting Reggie.
Yep.
Now, with your running style, did you look up to, who would you say growing up, you tried to model yourself after, like junior high, high school?
When I was younger, I used to always watch all the older guys. So people that played in like the other era. So I used to watch like Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson and stuff like that. And of course, growing up watching Reggie Bush and Adrian Peterson. But I say after all of those, probably I used to try to run like Adrian Peterson pretty much. And then.
Is that where you went to Oklahoma?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Because of Adrian?
Yep. And then they had the same running back coach there that coached Adrian, and it was a big influence on me. So that's when I made my decision pretty much.
So if you didn't choose Oklahoma, who was like the close second? Because you've been recruited by a lot of people.
Right. I'll probably say Wisconsin, maybe.
Really?
Wisconsin, USC.
Why Wisconsin?
Shit, they going to run that ball. They going to run the ball about 35 times a game at least. And I know when Melvin Gordon was there, he was doing this thing, and I came in pretty much his junior year, and it would have just been, 1-2 thing going on. So that's pretty much, that was my options right there, Oklahoma, USC, and Wisconsin.
That's crazy. I mean, a guy from California,
Yep.
You're thinking the California schools, because around here, Ohio, people just assume recruits are going to Ohio State. And then if they don't, they're surprised when they don't.
Right.
So California, I thought you were about to say Cal Berkeley, USC, UCLA, Wisconsin. You just like small towns, I think. Because I've been to Norman.
That's just how it works out.
You take Oklahoma out of Norman, that's the Walking Dead.
For sure.
There's nothing else there, man. Rick Grimes is there.
I think if Norman, I think if the school Oklahoma was in OKC, I think it'll be, way better atmosphere. But I mean, Norman, they treated everybody right, so I can't complain.
Yeah, especially if you're an athlete at one of these schools, like especially I see it more than SEC schools, like Auburn, Alabama, Mississippi. There's nothing in those towns.
No,
and I tell you, it's always mind-boggling to me is you'll see Saturday college games come on. They'll be in Norman, Stillwater, Tuscaloosa, Auburn, and be 100,000 people in the stands. So in your brain, you're like, this is a big ass city.
Yeah.
And then you go there when there's no football going on.
It's terrible.
And there's nothing there.
It's terrible.
Like people plan their like I don't know Oklahoma maybe because I still think between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State it's a Laker Clipper mentality.
Yeah,
I mean it's the Sooners and then Oklahoma State's cool, but they're always like the B team.
They're little brothers.
Yeah, the little brothers. Now, what was your record against Oklahoma State?
I've never lost to Oklahoma State.
No, okay.
Never.
Got a little twinkle in your eye when you said that.
Yeah,
never lost to them.
Never lost.
But I mean, like almost like NASCAR fans. Like NASCAR fans, they just travel and they go to these NASCAR events. Like SEC, and I'm sure it's that way in Oklahoma State, but people like literally plan their vacations around your guys' schedule.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And they bring their RVs in and they tailgate.
I mean, going to a big football school like, them elite programs that you named, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and, et cetera, it's crazy how they treat the football program because if you go from a Oklahoma basketball game to an Oklahoma football game, it's completely different.
Completely.
And basically in Oklahoma, we're the pro team because Oklahoma, they don't have a pro, NFL
the whole state.
team. Exactly. The only thing they have is the OKC Thunder. So, with us, they treated us as we were a pro team.
Yeah. Now, when you get drafted and you come to Cincinnati, your first practice. Well, you got the rookie. You got the rookie camp first.
Rookie mini camp.
And that's just rookies.
Yeah.
And then the vets come in. Was there any hazing? They still haze?
I mean, they made us do a little bit, carry their helmets or stuff like that. It wasn't too bad, like getting thrown in the cold tub for not doing nothing or anything like that. But I've definitely heard them talking about putting somebody in the cold tub. So
back in the day,
no, like recently.
Recently,
yeah.
Is there now? I've heard this. Now you being a pro athlete, this is what I've always heard: the difference between high school, college, and pro. In high school, you go all week practice, nothing, and then maybe once a game you'll get a stinger. This is from a running back's perspective. And then in college, it might be once a practice. You might get a stinger. I heard in the pros, like every play is just boom, boom. You're just getting hit. Okay, you just totally killed that. By your you just killed that notion.
From college to the NFL is definitely a big jump in the level of physicality. Other than that, it's not. I mean, it's just football. You're going to get hit and you got to bounce back from it. I mean, that's just what it is. But at the same time, I think the biggest difference is the speed in the game. Just like they say from high school to college, that's the same thing from college to the pros. And the speed is crazy because everybody is fast. And whether you run a 4.4, a 4.6, or a 4.3 to a 4.5, it's, it's like the same thing basically in the league. Is it's all about angles and, how you approach the, the other person. But other than that, I think it's the speed to me.
Because I could tell a couple of times you was running last year. This is this type of dude I am though. Soon as the Bengals draft somebody, I go deep looking them up. It's like I'm looking at the stats.
Right.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I go, this the dude.
Yeah.
This the when Achilles Smith got drafted, I said that. I go, this is gonna change the game.
Yeah.
And then not so much Achilles Smith because when he got drafted, my wife's cousin played at Oregon with him. So he called me and gave the lowdown. I went, oh, shit. He said, I was like, oh, shit. Okay, we might be in a little trouble. But I saw a couple runs last year from you where it looked like you was cutting and a guy got your ankle at the last second and you hit the ball and you got up like, fuck, I would have broke that Oklahoma.
Man.
Or that dude was a little faster than I thought.
Yeah.
It happened quite a bit, actually. I was looking at him like, oh, he thought he had it. And then he realized, oh, shit, it's NFL.
That's definitely how I be. It's like I said, it's all about the speed and change of directions. I've been, like I said, on this off season, I've been trying to dedicate really myself of, structuring my body in a different way and eating habits and things like that. Because all of that stuff makes a difference. And, by me doing all of that, I went from 232 to about 220 right now. So I feel like, I'm back at my Oklahoma days.
And strength didn't decrease?
No. I mean, I really got stronger, honestly. It's just, I lost that extra little baby fat.
Yeah. Because there was a story about Kwame Brown. He was a basketball player when he got drafted that his diet was killing him. They like somebody went to his apartment. He had nothing but Popeye's chicken boxes.
Terrible.
All over.
Yeah. I mean, it's it was a little different for me coming out of college because I had to do all these visits and visit dang near every team in the NFL. So the training for me compared to everybody else had that training time. I had to go visit them teams and just do whatever I can to at least try to stay physically ready, coming in. But at the same time, I mean, that's just how it worked out. And, I'm still blessed to be here.
Now you got a full off season.
Yep,
where you
full
just focus on knowing where you're at
Yep.
and everything else. Now, year 2, now let me ask you this. Are you competitive to the point where 3 running backs got drafted ahead of you? Do you keep tabs on them?
Of course. I mean, I've did that ever since high school, and that's pretty much the same people that got drafted in front of me. We were all 1, 2, 3, and 4, in high school.
In high school also?
Yeah, so pretty much that's just how it always been. And even in college, I always paid attention to him. Me and Leonard was real close in high school and college, and we still talk in the league sometimes. But other than that, I try to stay close and paying attention on our Sooner players. I still stay in contact with most of them that I play with, and they all been doing their thing in the league.
Yeah, Oklahoma's always they got a nice track record. Some colleges got that track record where they didn't pan out.
Yeah,
like I talking about Cal Berkeley. I mean, that's kind of your area.
Yeah,
they used to say that about the quarterbacks coming out until Aaron Rodgers shot that to shit. Yeah. For sure. I remember when Bowler came out and a couple other guys. They was like, dude, don't trust them Cal quarterbacks. I don't think it's that like. Oklahoma's got a nice track record with Adrian Peterson and Billy Sims. They always got every now and then, man, they'll come out with some dogs coming out of Oklahoma.
For sure. I mean,
even the wide receivers, sometimes some wide receivers be coming out there too.
I mean, they breed them. They find them. I don't know how they do it, but they do it year in and year out. Coach Stoops, did a great job recruiting. Same with Kel Gundy and Lincoln Riley. He following the same footsteps.
So when you're in the Bay Area. You take a trip to Oklahoma. Is there an airport in Norman? Are you flying to OKC?
Well, I flew to OKC, yeah.
How far is that from Norman from OKC?
Probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
So you driving from Oklahoma to Norman.
Yeah.
I've done that drive. Ain't nothing to look at.
It ain't nothing.
Like, what's going through your brain? Like,
ain't nothing but flat land.
Are you looking like, where the hell am I going? And then they take you right to the stadium?
Man,
they take you right into the stadium?
Honestly, from my memory, flying into Oklahoma City, I just remember like, dang, like where am I? Like, cause when you fly over there, it's nothing but flat land. That's all it is.
That's why the tornadoes hit there.
I mean, yeah,
there's nothing to block it. That wind don't block it.
So I mean, when I just seen flat land, I'm not really seeing a lot of trees or just a lot of green grass. It was all dried up, brown and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, I was just driving through it and I'm like, man, I mean, like, how far are we going? Then we pretty much got close, and then they showed me the campus, and I seen the campus. I'm like, okay, the campus looked nice, but outside of it, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, and now did they take you right into the stadium with like Joe Mixon on the scoreboard? I've heard they've done that to basketball players before.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my name on the scoreboard. I came in the day they played the game. So.
Oh, you went on a game day?
Yeah.
You remember the game?
Yeah, it was TCU.
So let me ask you this: you go there, did they win?
Yeah, for sure.
So what happens if you go in and they got their ass kicked? Are you still going to Oklahoma? Are you like this? Yo, they need me.
I don't know.
These dudes need me bad.
I mean, honestly, I didn't really pay attention to TCU coming out of high school, so I didn't really know what to expect. I remember LaDainian Tomlinson came out of there, but at the same time, like,
and your quarterback now.
Yeah,
and your dog came out.
I didn't really pay attention though, but at the same time, when I came and I seen the atmosphere, I just fell in love with it. And then I remember, I think the most part I remember from that game is fourth quarter, and it's probably about like 3 minutes left, and Brendan Clay just bust a long one, probably about like 70-something yards for a touchdown, and then just the crowd went nuts.
Crowd went nuts.
Yeah,
and that's how you visualize yourself?
I was like, dang, like this place live. And then, I went to a couple more other places, and I seen Melvin Gordon do his thing at Wisconsin. I seen Devontae Freeman at FSU, and them was all good places, and I definitely had great visits there. But it was just something about Oklahoma that just, really made me like, all right, yeah, like that's the place where I wanted to go.
Now, when let's say you was a kid, like how old were you when you started to play football?
My first year I was 10 years old.
Was you already big? Was that your own birth certificate at the game?
Everybody used to always be like, "Where's birth certificate?" I'd be like, "Man, I'm the same age as these people."
I was that parent, by the way. I used to play guys in your birth certificate when I was little, because I started playing when I was 10 too.
Yeah.
I used to be like, that dude ain't 10.
Right.
That dude ain't 10.
Well, what's crazy is like I started on probably about, I think it was junior midgets, so that's probably the third highest team, and then the midgets was the fourth. That's the last level, like 8th graders. And I started on junior midgets for the 7th graders, and I was in the 5th grade.
You were playing with 7th graders in 5th grade?
Yeah, well, I started like that, and then
see, I was in 7th grade playing with 5th graders. I was doing the backwards.
Yeah, right.
I was like the 5th graders in the sacks.
It'd be like that, but I mean, with me, like I said, it was playing with 7th graders. Then I went down a level, and I tried to play quarterback there, and they pretty much had their main quarterback that I guess he was there maybe about 2 years before me. And he was pretty much established there. And I came in, new guy. They really didn't see me, give me a chance. So I ended up going down to my actual age level, and then they ended up switching me to running back. And then
you started at as quarterback?
Yeah.
But they ain't really passing.
No, they was passing.
Like in 5th, well, you was playing in 7th grade. You was 5th playing in 7th.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
So do you still want to throw the ball?
Yeah, of course.
Because you remember Mohamed Sanu used to do that with the Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
You ain't trying to sell the coaches on it. Well, I don't want to mess the season up.
They know I could throw the ball. I done did it at Oklahoma. I did it in high school.
You threw a pass to Oklahoma during the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look that up. I didn't see that.
Tell Baker Mayfield I got the highest passing rating at Oklahoma.
Is it 1-for-1?
Yeah, 1-for-1. For 20, I think about like 27 yards, and I got close.
You know how many yards and everything?
I think it was about 27. I can't remember.
Who caught the ball?
D.D. Westbrook.
Okay, you and D.D. Westbrook are the only two that know that stat, by the way.
Yeah.
You're the only two.
Lincoln Riley, too. And Baker. Baker, no.
I always tell people that because in high school, I played one game of varsity baseball, and I got a hit. So I always tell people, you're looking at the dude with the highest high school batting average in the history of high school baseball.
Yeah.
1-for-1.
That's just how it be, though.
27 yards, one pass Oklahoma.
One touchdown.
And this season, okay, I wish I wouldn't have asked that question because I want people to come back to the podcast when you do throw a pass this year.
Right. I mean, who knows? If the opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely going to be ready for it. So watch out.
Let me ask you, is there a different mindset going into this year knowing, because last year you didn't know, it was unknown. I mean, you didn't know if you're going to play, how you're going to play, how they were going to use you.
Right.
Now this year, you're the guy. So how's the mindset different going into this year?
It's really, I know what to expect, coming out and being here a whole year. I know what to expect out of everybody. I know my expectations on the team, and I know what I need to bring to the table for us to, get over to the next level. But at the same time, I've been definitely training for it and, preparing myself to get ready for what I'm going to have to go through. And, I definitely can't wait. And I feel like it's going to be a great season.
You get geeked talking about it.
Definitely.
Like your eyes start twitching, you start doing this.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You've been real calm. You went, yo, we've been training. I'm ready to go.
That's just what it is.
I'm that guy. Listen, I'm the guy because I'm on the road a lot. So I'm doing stand up. I'm usually in different cities. If I'm not at the Bengals game, I'm at a bar trying to watch the Bengals game. And I'm the first dude to tell you I'm a rude entertainer.
Yeah.
Because when the Bengals are on, don't bother me. Because literally, you guys are never on a big TV.
Yeah.
It's always some side TV in the corner. So I'm by myself just watching it. And then somebody come up, can I get a picture? I go, it's 3rd and 10. Like, I've had dudes leave going, you a dick. I go, it's 3rd and 10, man. Wait till halftime.
Hey.
But I'm usually all by myself watching the Bengals game. And I coordinate my schedule as much as I can around the Bengals schedule. Like my agent knows when the schedule comes out, he calls, he goes, okay, we got this game, this game, this game, this game. And like this year, like you guys play the Buccaneers in Cincy, and a good friend of mine, Will Packer, who's a movie producer, he's put me in Think Like a Man, he put me in Ride Along, he's producing Night School, getting ready to come out. So he's coming into Cincy for that one. And we never missed the Tampa Bengals game when they play each other.
Okay.
So it's only every 4 years. So this is one of them years I get to talk smack because then you guys are playing the Raiders. Yeah. Half my family's from Oakland, and I'm at the Taft Theater the night for the Raider game.
Right.
Like you just got fired up. Like I get fired up when the schedule comes out. Man. That's like Christmas morning when the Bengals schedule comes out.
Christmas morning, man.
Now when the schedule comes out for you, Do you automatically go like Steelers, Browns, Ravens? That's the division rivals right there.
Well, for me, I look for the Bay teams because I'm from the Bay, so I'm trying to see if we're gonna play at home or not. But at the same time, like we play the Raiders in Cincinnati this year,
December 16th.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of family there from the Bay.
Well, you gotta let me know. I'm at the TAF the night before the game.
That's good.
They got something to do.
They can link up. It's all good. But
be ghost riding whips. I'm gonna come out the too short just for that game.
Boy, you ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for that. Nah, but on the real though, like I look at that, look at local teams, and then I definitely look to see when we playing the Steelers, like you said, and divisional games, and people that I always grew up watching.
Steelers are frustrating to me. God damn. Let me tell you a story about the Steeler Bengal playoff game. You were at Oklahoma when they played in that playoff game a couple years ago. When they lost the game. Antonio Brown got hit by Vontaze, got hurt. I was like, God damn it. I'm roasting Alabama and Clemson in Phoenix that night. So the NCAA hired me. So I went and did Alabama first. Then I go over to Clemson's hotel to roast them night for the national title game. Yeah. So I got the whole Clemson team and me watching the Bengals and Steelers. Right. And when McCarron threw the ball to AJ and he caught the pass and then Vontaze intercepted Big Ben. Yeah. I'm going fucking nuts. Right. Like I got my cell phone out. I got Clemson's behind me. You got Deshaun Watson, all of them, they're all behind me. Yeah. I'm like, the curse is over. Yeah. It's done. I told you guys. And I'm telling Clemson, you and me, because the Bengals, you guys are Tigers. We're together. Yeah. And then Jeremy Hill fumbled the ball. I went, delete. When I tell you I went in the corner and was sitting like this watching the game, like this can't happen. This can't happen. And then the Bengals lost. There's pictures of me on the ESPN, it was the blue carpet. It was their national title game party, and I'm not smiling. Like I'm just on the red carpet like this, like upset. It like literally ruined my year that game. I was like, and then we haven't beat them since. We haven't beat them since.
I always hear a lot of people talk about the same story you did. You know what I'm saying? So, I can only imagine how that feel for a fan. But at the same time, you can only imagine how it feel for a player. Because, there's so many times you go against one team, and then if they really, how you want a team so bad, and you just don't get over the hump. I definitely know the feeling because I didn't play them twice. Yeah, and I know, how the atmosphere is in that game, and it's crazy. It's a hostile environment, and you definitely got to keep your head on a swivel because in any play possible, like you just never know what can happen.
You don't even know the coach is coming out on the field.
Nah, you
don't.
You don't.
I was in. Game. I went to Pittsburgh one year. And the Bengals are playing the Steelers, and I'm in the stands, and the Bengals took the lead. And I stood up, and it's just me and my friend. We're the only two Bengals fans in this area. And I'm like, yes! And this Steeler fan stood up and said, hey, man, you stand up one more time, we're going to have problems. And I went, and I look back, and I go, man, I just got back from Iraq. I can't help it. They're playing in Pittsburgh. And in the same attitude, he goes, I'm sorry. And he thought I was a vet. Right. And my goes, what'd you do? I go, I'm just trying not to get our ass kicked, man. So then I'm getting all these beers brought to me. And I was like, we just got to get out of here before they realize I was lying.
Real talk. They ain't playing with you.
I was shook in them stands. But I tell you, you're from the Bay and everything. But Bengal fans are loyal. Yes, we are. But I have never seen rowdy fans like Raider fans in my life.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Because
have you ever been to a game?
I've never been to. I've been to a Raider game once, but I've never been to a Niner Raider game.
Oh, is that?
And that's the craziest game I've ever, witnessed being from the Bay Area. It's crazy.
And that's crazy because they're not even they're not in the same division. They're not even. That's AFC, NFC. Right. They only play each other once every 4 years.
Right. And, they started doing, really because they used to play each other in the preseason all the time. And I remember the games used to be so crazy. Like, it used to be fights all between San Francisco fans and Oakland fans.
And preseason don't even count.
It don't even count. And that's just the competitive nature, how it is in the Bay Area because, of course, people would be talking about Oakland and you got people be like, okay, but we from the city, and, they represent each other. But at the same time, it'd be crazy, and this year I'm definitely gonna try to tune into that game. I'll be definitely looking out for it.
Now I saw you did John Ross's football camp.
Yep.
Now he asked me to do that, and then what was it? Was that Was it a flag football game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a celebrity flag game.
Now, I've been told like a lot of parents are starting to have their kids play flag football instead of contact football. And I was like, and then somebody told me it kind of made sense to me. They go, flag football makes sense in the beginning because it's teaching kids to avoid contact rather than absorb it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now they got the pro flag football league.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: in 10 years, well, let's see, 15. You have a long career. Joe Mixon flag football extraordinaire.
Oh man, hey, I tell you this now, you'll never see me playing unless I'm like with little kids or something. You ain't gonna see me playing like that.
This episode of the Get Some podcast is brought to you by Haven Life. Haven Life Insurance Agency is changing the way you buy life insurance so that it's actually simple. They offer term life coverage issued by Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company that you can apply for online anytime, anywhere, and from any device. If you have people who depend on you, Haven Life is an easy, convenient, and affordable way to help financially protect them. For example, a 35-year-old man in excellent health could get a $500,000 20-year Haven term policy for around $21 a month. If you're looking for peace of mind and a simple way to check term life insurance off your to-do list, visit welcome.havenlife.com/GOGS. That's welcome.havenlife.com/GOGS. I'm going to get some right now.
Now, you and John Ross close?
Yeah, that's my dog right there.
See, I'm like I said, I drink the Kool-Aid every year.
Yeah.
I'm already telling people, watch out.
Yeah.
You be forgetting.
Most definitely. Nah, John, he had a tough, first go around, but I mean, he knows that. And, he tell people all the time he wasn't ready. But at the same time, I know for a fact how John been performing in practice and what he does. And, he goes in every play and he goes hard. And he makes plays all the time throughout practice, throughout whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it. Whether you tell him to go run the quick screen and go for 70, he going to take it. And that's the fastest person I done ever seen,
in person?
With my eyes. I've never seen nobody
now you get me excited.
Fast.
Now you get me excited.
But, I really believe John is going to have a great season this year. It's definitely going to be a bounce back year for him. And, I hope all the best for him. And I definitely believe he definitely going to be great.
Cause people be forgetting, man. I hope he has a year like William Jackson did. William Jackson was the Bengals' first round pick. Torus pectoral muscle was out his rookie year.
Yeah.
And I keep telling people, man, he's the only guy I saw last year that could somewhat handle Antonio Brown on an island. William Jackson can ball, man.
I really can't say somewhat because from my knowledge, I didn't see AB catch no pass.
I say somewhat because I ain't trying to. I don't want to get AB fired up.
I mean, I feel that. And at the same time, that's not what I'm trying to do either.
Yeah.
But hey, at the same time, that's just. If you want to talk facts, Willow, he locked him down.
Dude, that dude.
He definitely something special. Willow, he definitely goes and compete every day in practice with AJ, and they go hard and go at it all the time.
I call him the suburbs. Because when Pac-Man and Dre's here, I said, that's the hood.
Yeah. Shit, Willow come from
William,
too, though.
But William's so quiet, laid back.
He ain't gonna say nothing to you.
He's like that guy from Coach Carter. When he was the coach's son that came in like, Dad, now I'm going to go to Richmond. I'm going to go to Richmond High School. I don't know if you want to be in Richmond, then you start balling out. It was the same way. Like, I was talking about William Jackson before. Because when he first got drafted, one of his advisor guys, because, he was with the money team and stuff.
Right.
They said, hey, can he come over to the house? Because I had him over my house just to hang out because he was just like, he ain't had nothing to do.
Right.
And he just got here and he said, I don't really party like that and roll like that. So we just lay back. So we just came to the house and I chopped it up. So I've been a fan of his ever since. So I love it when my guys ball out and I'm able to act like I predicted it.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Like I said, Will, he definitely be doing his thing on the island. If I'm them, I just put him in man all game. Let him do whatever he got to do.
Just sit back and roll the safeties over to everybody else?
Exactly. Why not?
If everybody's freaking healthy, if everybody's healthy, so you stay healthy, Ross balls out. We know what AJ's going to bring to the table. The line got to give Andy a little more time. Oh, God. Might be sleeping on. If I say, I got to temper myself. I say that.
I got to temper myself.
I be geek like, this is it.
I feel you, though. That's, the same feeling you get, and that's how we all get. And
because nobody's expecting you guys to do anything, not shit.
Let them sleep.
There ain't no. I've seen like 2 articles where they was like, might be a sleeper playoff team.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's looking like everybody's saying 6-10, 7-9. I'm like, okay.
Let them sleep. I mean, like I said,
we got some young dudes in there now, man.
And the NFL is definitely hard. And, you definitely got to take it one game at a time. You can't sleep past nobody. I don't even care if it was Cleveland.
Yeah.
You can't sleep past nobody because
Cleveland upgraded though. They got some dudes this year.
They definitely did. And I mean, like I said, you can't sleep past nobody because just the team that you think you're gonna run past, they gonna be the team to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to focus week in and week out, and you got to be prepared because this league is crazy how the talent is and the scheme of things are.
Now, when you first get to a city, I'm always curious about this. So, young dude from Oklahoma, Oklahoma. You get to Cincinnati. Did you stay in a hotel last year, or did you have your own place?
I had my own place.
You got your own place?
Yeah. I mean, we stayed in a hotel for probably about maybe 2.5, 3 months after I got
When you
drafted.
first get here?
Yeah.
Now, do the Bengals supply you with somebody to show you neighborhoods?
No.
It's just you relying on other guys and whatever?
On other guys for
That's like people just think ball players, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, they just come into a city and it's just, oh, yeah. But they don't realize that you got to find a place to live.
For sure.
To get settled. And I think that's the biggest difference between like first year in and second and third year is just that peace of mind knowing where you're at now.
Definitely. For me, it was like I couldn't wait to get out that hotel because, I mean, that's just not.
You got a chef?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, most of the guys got chefs.
So, like I said.
And they all got the same chefs. It's like the same 3.
Yeah.
Who's your chef?
I usually use AJ Green chef.
Is that Bambina?
I can't remember her name. I really don't.
Is the food good?
This would be smacking.
I think it's Bambina. I think Chef Bambina is AJ. I'm doing local stuff now. Sorry about that. But yeah, because I'm the meal prep. Because Jason Kidd said it best, man. When he was with the Mavericks, they just beat the Heat. And they said, how do you ball out like that? You're 40. He goes, it's not the games that age you. It's what you're doing between the games that age you.
Yeah.
And the nutrition's so big. I get so mad when I be seeing the young dudes. I mean, you're a young dude too, but like yourself, just be eating burgers and fries, and then they take off shirts and they got abs. I go, you motherfucker.
Well, shit, something to me, you got to work for it at the same time. I mean, they usually say it'd be natural, but I mean, if you work for it, I'm pretty sure you'll get the results.
Whatever. Okay, Joe.
You got it.
I'm close. I ain't taking off my shirt.
I be seeing you work.
Yeah. I got like 2. I've had the same 2.
Seeing you with Cliff?
Yeah, I got the same 2 abs my whole life. It's the top 2. Them other 6, shy as shit. Whenever I used to go to the beach stuff, I put my towel like right here. So if you see pictures, dudes be on the beach and stuff like this, I'm always one at the bottom with the towel right here. Like,
yeah, like flexing.
I done realized God gives you gifts, and one of mine was not to have I got a good dad body. My dad body's on point. I can go head up with kids in my school when their dads come around. I'm like, I got that dude.
Right.
I got that dude. You'll get it one day. You got a while, Joe.
Hey, I do.
You in Cincy long enough. Start eating Skyline, Gold Star, Grippos, Graders.
I ain't eating that. I don't eat Skyline or Gold
Did
Star.
Did you try it when you got here?
I did.
You didn't like it?
No.
It's like an acquired taste though, man. It grows on you.
Well, I mean, I
don't want you to eat it during the season.
You know what I think it was? I just think I overestimated it. How people
because people hyped it up.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I really think that's what it is.
What about steakhouses? What's your favorite in Cincy? Because Oklahoma's known for steak.
Definitely.
Do you think Oklahoma got it over Cincy steakhouses?
Between Jeff Ruby's and let me see, Ruth Chris here be super good. And
you gotta see Ruth. See, Ruth Chris to me is like that's corporate. You can get that anywhere in the country.
Anywhere, right?
But like Jeff Ruby's, that's like the steak in Cincy.
Yeah, Jeff Ruby be going crazy for sure. Mahogany's though out in Oklahoma. That's probably one of the best steak.
Is that in Oklahoma City or
Oklahoma City?
It's right in Oklahoma City. I appreciate you telling me that. I was just there last month.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Mahogany's. All you had to do was ask me.
My fault.
Mahogany's though be going crazy. That's my favorite spot to eat out there.
So that's your favorite steakhouse?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So prediction. I know you guys don't want to give a 10-6, I always say over. I know what you're gonna say. If I do over under 9 wins, you're obviously gonna go over. So where do you see a year from now we having the same podcast a year from now? Perfect world, obviously Super Bowl champs, everything.
Of course, that's definitely the ultimate goal. But at the same time, for me, I just want to improve and get better from last year. I want to get to the playoffs and get over the hump that everybody talks about.
Yeah,
and that's definitely the goal.
I'll cry. For real. No bullshit. Like
I'm gonna be waiting too.
Like my Instagram's gonna be fuck you, man.
You going crazy. But most definitely is to get over the hump of going to the playoffs.
That first playoff victory.
Exactly. And I definitely feel like we got the team and we're definitely capable to do it. We just got to put everything together and everybody got to stay healthy. That's pretty much about it.
Have you seen Tom Brady play in person?
No,
not yet.
Never.
I was wondering if he's that good.
I
heard
I've seen Aaron Rodgers play in person, and
he's that good.
Yeah,
he's that dude.
Definitely.
And even William Jackson took him to the house.
He did.
Yeah, but he's that dude.
He that dude.
But when you're playing, let me ask you this: when you're playing somebody like Aaron Rodgers, and you guys were up, are you still in the back of your head going, "Okay, he gonna do something. He ain't gonna sit here and just let us run away with this game."
Yeah. Like I said, when I was watching on the sideline and I seen. When we went up 20, I was 21-7, I believe. It was pretty much right before halftime. We had took the pick to the house, and everybody was turned up. We came back out of halftime, and the game was going slowly. And then they they drive down, get a field goal or something, and just throughout that game and watching Aaron Rodgers, he might do something, but I don't think he gonna I don't think he gonna come back. I just don't see it in him.
And then all of a sudden,
because how our momentum was going, and then it just slowly but surely was shifting, and then in the fourth quarter came, and Aaron Rodgers started throwing dimes, and I'm like, oh man, we in trouble,
man.
So then I remember towards the end of the game, they started throwing them back shoulders, and I think it's Devontae Adams is his name. He was
back shoulders when you just like this,
right? Just turning around,
it's
catching
right there.
That thing. Yep. And Aaron Rodgers was putting it right on the money where only the receiver can catch it.
Yeah.
And
the dude's hands right here and the ball's going like this.
Yeah, and definitely how he maneuvers in and out the pocket, it's crazy. I don't know how he do it, but that's why he's Aaron Rodgers.
Is Big Ben? Big Ben's just a big motherfucker, man.
He is. He big as hell.
He's just big. God, he's frustrating. I can't stand it. I love him, but I can't stand him. And he's an Ohio guy too. And then he had a story similar to yours where at an older version, because he was Ohio State wanted him as a tight end. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, I want to play quarterback. And Miami of Ohio is the only one that said you can play quarterback here.
And he went there.
And then his high school coach, he didn't start to his senior year. His high school coach was like starting his son or something.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like this. I would fire that high school coach right now.
Right.
Take his name off all the stats and everything.
No way he should have been.
So you had a Hall of Fame quarterback and you sat him? Because you started all sophomore, junior, and senior in high school, right?
Yep.
Some seniors get mad when you came in your sophomore year, like
definitely. They were like, "Who is this kid right here?" And
did you? Okay, so you come in, you're sophomore in high school, and did the school already know you was coming? Because sometimes when a kid's coming, you're like, dude,
right. They did. Around the time that I came in, we pretty much got a couple guys that was a little older than me, maybe a year or two, and they were pretty good, but they pretty much played different positions. Then they had pretty much 2 more other running backs before me. Then when I came in with them my sophomore year, they was all expecting me to just, come in, and they didn't think I was going to start.
Play JV?
Yeah, well, that's what they wanted me to do. And I was like, I ain't going. So I ended up going to bar, and Coach Rivers, he ended up giving me the nod, like one of the jamborees, and then I ended up just running with it and never looked back ever since.
Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Varsity basketball?
Yeah.
You any good in basketball?
Yeah, I was nice.
Like what position was you?
I played the 3.
You were just setting picks all day?
I'd come in and set a couple picks. See,
imagine running into your ass.
Look, my thing in basketball, I used to love doing all the dirty work. I used to guard 1 through 5, and I used to get all the rebounds. I used to get all the steals.
Was you like Dennis Rodman?
I mean, no, I won't say Dennis Rodman. I would say a fair comparison is like a Draymond Green. You know, he does all the dirty work. He can guard 1 through 5. He get probably about 12 points a game.
You were shooting threes?
Yeah.
You were shooting threes?
I was letting it rain out there. You gotta know that.
And that Bay accent just came out a little bit. Yeah, I was hella good. I was hella raining threes.
You gotta know that.
And then you ran track?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do in track?
I ran the 1, the 2, and the 4x1.
I mean, I'm just like, you a big motherfucker to be running the 100.
Nah, everybody say that. Everybody say that. But I mean, sometimes it be like that.
I'd be so mad. I remember in 7th grade we played a dude and he was so big we couldn't tackle him. We couldn't. Joe, 50-0 at halftime, we were losing. We could not tackle this dude. And I thought he was the greatest football player I ever seen. He ended up at Miami of Ohio. I was like,
who was he?
His name was Cadell Passmore. I mean, he just went to Miami of Ohio, just an average college. But I try to tell people, man, these average fans that be heckling and getting on you guys and stuff. I go, you have no idea.
Right.
To be a D1 athlete
right.
at a major institution in a big sport and then to go to the NFL. I don't think people realize the separation.
No.
And that. Because I know guys I played against in high school that I thought was just unreal. Was like at Ball State and Kent State. And I was like, what the hell you got to do to go to Ohio State?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at them like, because I'm the epitome. If they put average high school athlete, my picture should be in a dictionary. Like just average. 4.9 40.
Right.
3 sacks his senior year. And they was lucky sacks.
No. I mean, sometimes that's just how it be though. Some people, they just have that, I don't know.
Anybody else?
It's something that makes a difference.
Anybody else that from your high school that you played football with go D1?
We had Darrell Daniels. He went to Washington with John Ross. Plays for the Colts now.
He's in NFL?
Yeah, he plays for the Colts.
We've had 2 guys in the history of my high school go to the NFL. 2. And you wouldn't know either of them.
Yeah, probably not. I don't really know too much about Ohio. I mean, other than the Bengals.
LeBron James.
I mean, LeBron ain't here no more.
Well, I'm just saying, though. The greatest high school basketball player ever.
That's my favorite player.
Mine, too. Yeah. I said I'm not a Cassie. I'm a LeBron fan.
Me too.
Where he goes, I go.
Definitely, for sure. I'm a LA fan now.
Yeah, me too. I'm Laker. I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. Yeah, and I'm a Laker hater. And I don't know why. But I'm a Laker fan now. Long LeBron's there, I'm rooting for him. You might see me at a game, purple and gold.
It's good.
At the Bengals game.
Let's do it.
I might get a James Bengal jersey. Who's that?
A James Bengal jersey.
23 crazy. James, man can dream. Can you imagine playing LeBron in high school? Because I heard he could ball.
No,
they said he was a tight end, wide receiver, and then they knew he was a prodigy in basketball, and they said, you're not playing. You're not playing no more football. And I think he broke his wrist or something his junior year, and they just said, can you imagine having like him and he's not playing, just sitting near your high school?
I mean, honestly, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine having him on the team or not having him on the team,
and just sitting there walking and see him in the hallway.
Yeah, like you'd be like,
knowing you can use him.
Dude right here,
right?
Like, come out for the team. I mean, we used to have some people like that, but they were nowhere compared to what he is for sure. But
they had a guy recently plays for the Detroit Pistons. Went to a high school on the street called Franklin High School. It's a little high school. His name's Luke Kennard. White guy, went to Duke.
Okay.
Same thing. He was Mr. Football as a quarterback his junior year. Couldn't play his senior year because Coach K was like, nah, he's playing basketball.
Yeah, right.
Just that position alone, quarterback. You got the best quarterback probably in the state, and he's not playing. Can you imagine walking the halls? You wouldn't be in his ear, Joe, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. You
can't play a little bit?
You can't just one more year? It's your senior year. Like,
we're just running deep routes. Yeah. You're not going to get hit.
Just drop back and throw it or hand it off.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing going to happen to you.
So, all right. Perfect. What's your perfect career? 10 years from now, looking back, hopefully you're still in the league. Hopefully you're still healthy.
Right.
Still with the Bengals?
I mean, that's definitely, in my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're the ones who drafted me. They the ones who gave me the chance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every other team, they passed on me.
I like that shit. I like that animosity.
The Bengals, they gave me a chance. And, I definitely want to be here, the rest of my career.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely in, the plans.
So you're not going to do who's Earl Thomas?
No.
Raiders aren't going to come here this year and be like, yo, man, You guys want to pick me up?
No, I never do that. I never do that.
Yeah.
Never.
So you still Bengals aren't playing. You still rooting for the Raiders or you rooting for the Niners?
I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd pick the Niners. But
are you rooting for your Oklahoma teammates though too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. That's the as an entertainer, you meet guys and you realize of course I root for the Bengals, but then I'm rooting for guys that I meet and are cool and just out and about.
Right.
I find that. And I also found out a lot about athletes too is like, it's funny, like I'm real cool with D'Angelo Williams, used to play for, and I was cool with him when he played at Carolina. Then he goes to Steelers. Now we're like rivals. We have a fun rivalry though, right? But like we always bet on the games, and I'm always taking him out to dinner. God damn it. I've lost like 3 dinners because of that dude. But what I found is a lot of times the players, they appreciate the loyalty of fans.
Definitely.
Like dudes that come up to me, like they already know. They ask me, what's Cincinnati looking like? Like these are dudes on on Seattle and on the Bears and stuff. Like, what's Cincinnati look like this year? They already know.
Right. Well, I mean, the loyalty of the fans definitely goes a long way. I can only imagine, being, the Niners was terrible, a couple of years back. The Raiders, Cleveland, but their fans, they're so loyal, and all the players, I know for a fact they appreciate it, because at the end of the day, that gives them hope, and that makes them want to go out there and compete and go hard every week in and week out, and all of that stuff. It goes a long way. And, for us, we basically went through, something like that last year, or at least that what I've experienced. I know years back they probably had the same thing, but, what I went through and what I experienced being as a Bengal, and the expectation that you have around here, and then when you don't exceed it, it definitely can be crazy. And the environment, you wish you had the stands full, and sometimes it don't be like that. But, I mean, if you win, I'm sure
they're going to come.
They're going to come.
Trust.
For sure.
All right, before we get out of here, any crazy fan stories last year? Anybody come up and just completely interrupt your dinner? Airport, within reason that you could tell?
I had somebody at a barbershop and
lose a shit?
No, it was some lady. She's like probably about late 20s, early 30s. She was all tatted up, and she was like, "You're Joe Mixon, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like what's up with it?" Next thing you know, she was like, "Can I have your autograph?" So I'm like, "Yeah, like no problem." So I was waiting for her to give me a pen and a paper, and she brung out a Sharpie. So I'm like, all right, I can use the Sharpie as soon as I'm finna write on the paper. She's like, no. I'm like, what? She like, no, I want you to write it on my body. I'm like, wait, what you mean? Like, that's gonna come off anyway. Man, next thing you know, she like, sign it right here. So I put it right here, and when I signed it, she ended up calling literally somebody right off the back and was like, hey, like I'm trying to get this tattoo right now of Joe Mixon's signature.
Did she get it?
And I'm pretty sure she got it, because like
you gotta find out on Instagram.
She left like right after and was like, all right, I'm headed there right now, and just bounced out of the shop and ended up going to, I guess she got tatted.
Got a tat Joe Mixon?
I guess so.
I had a fan do that to me once. Only the same thing one time. It was after a show. They said, Gary, sign it right here. And I signed, it was a dude and girl, and they was both tatted out.
Yeah.
Right? I think they ran a tattoo shop. And I put it right here. And an hour later on Instagram, they left my show, went to the tattoo shop, and she got it. So she had a picture of me signing it. Then she had it right there. I said, that's some pressure.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be funny.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Can you imagine getting Jamarcus Russell? And then you're like this. Man, you got to get that covered up and put Bill.
Right.
Russie Russ. You got to name your dog Jamarcus. Just say, no, that's my puppy's name.
I can only imagine. You'd be sick. You put that man on your body.
Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming out. Best luck this season. You going to see me wilding at some games. The 2 games I know I'm going to make is Tampa and the Raiders. I try to make as many as I can, but I know I'm going to make those 2 for the home games.
Most definitely.
And then I'll probably show up at a preseason practice just to mess around.
That's all
a little bit, man.
Just let me know. We definitely going to be waiting for you.
I'm not calling you for tickets. Because I already know how it works. A lot of people don't know, man. The dudes only get 2 free tickets. 2. And then you got to pay for the other ones.
And that's at home.
Yeah. I don't even ask anymore. I only ask the players. Like, nah, I'll just buy them. I just buy them.
Good.
Yep.
Definitely.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, man. Best of luck this season. Hopefully, in 10 years, I hope people are like, damn, how the fuck you get Joe Mixon? That's the goal. Like, I got him early.
Well, I'm sure that's going to be for me right now. How you get Gary Owen?
Yeah. All your fans back at Freedom High School?
Most definitely.
Now they're going to be looking for me at the football games against Heritage.
All right. I'm going to tell them.
Dude, that might be dope if that's your bye week.
Yeah, I know.
If that's the bye week, look up the schedule.
I'm definitely going to let them know that you're out there, so you better be ready for them, for sure.
Yeah, make sure they leave my son alone. Yo, is that old boy? Ease up on him. Ease up. My son ain't playing on sports. He'll just talk shit to all the guys playing sports. Cause he's been opening up for me lately.
Yeah,
so he opened up for me at Tommy T's. That's that DNA, no joke, man. No joke. He is not going to be in NFL. You will never see him on a practice field. But he might be talking smack before the game.
That's it. Like that sometimes. I'm already knowing.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. Oh, social media. What's your social media?
Joe Main Mixon, Instagram. Same thing for Twitter, Joe_Main Mixon.
All right. We'll put on the little thing right here. Right? All right, man. I appreciate it. If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.